So I was in the hospital a couple years ago and I needed to pay my storage, which I could not pay online due to the fact that it was already late. So I asked my boyfriend at the time, who's still my boyfriend. But anyway, I asked him to walk the payment in for me. And he said, sure, he'll make the payment in for me. But every time I looked on to my account, it kept showing that it wasn't paid. So I kept asking him, like, hey, are you going to pay the payment for me? He's like, yeah, I said I was going to pay it, I'll pay it. So I'm like, all right, fine. I feel like you're just, like, taking your time to make this payment, and I told you it's already late, and before I lose my things, I need to pay. So either you walk the payment in, or I can get someone else to walk it in, especially if you're too busy. So he's like, no, I said I'll make the payment. So I'm like, okay, whatever. So hours and hours pass by. I look at my account again, and I see my bill has not been paid. So I call my sister, I get irritated, and I'm like, you know what, whatever. I call my sister, I say, hey sis, can you make this payment for me? I need it to be walked in because I make a payment. She said, sure, I'll walk it in. She walked the payment in. Maybe about 2 hours later, the payment was, she called me, she said, hey sis, I made the payment for her. I said, oh, thank you. Call my boyfriend. I'm like, hey, thanks for making the payment for me. He's like, you're welcome, no problem. I'm like, oh, I'm being sarcastic because I just had my sister make the payment for me because you didn't make the payment. He's like, what are you talking about? I made that payment like this morning. I'm like, no, you didn't, because the payment was not made. Long story short, I never refreshed my app, so it kept showing that the bill was not paid. But he paid it. I was so upset with him. But then I had to call back and apologize.